and the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and it is Saturday, and you know what that means. It's time for all the toy news, action figure news of the week that interested me, that hopefully interests you. And we got 2 toy news videos again this week. Now, I already did my wrestling news video, so if you're after wrestling news, it's all in that video. This video has everything else from old Todd McFarlane on the couch, Marvel Legends, G.I. Joe, Mondo, and all points in between. So it is the toy news on a double toy news Saturday. So much stuff going on. Had to split it into 2 videos, but that's the world we live in lately, as we've had to do this the last couple of weeks on the channel. So a lot of toy news as we gear up to New York Comic Con in a couple of more weeks, which will bring us even more toy news. It's a vicious cycle if there ever was one. We got to thank the sponsor of the toy news this week, jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Got to get a deal out there. You'll see a lot of that stuff in weekly purchases tomorrow. Another big week of weekly purchases, as well as Hasbro sending a lot of stuff early, moving up ship dates, trying to hit a number is what it sounds like to me. So we'll see, but we got a lot of stuff to dive into. Even some G.I. Joe stuff tomorrow. I did find that Ghost Viper out at Walmart. I did post that on social media. Absolutely crazy to see that one. It hasn't even up for pre-order. It's supposed to be part of Walmart Con, but there it was, chilling at one of my local Walmarts by my office, of all things. It's funny when you post things like that. So many people have said I was AI. It wasn't real. I'm a very famous YouTuber. I appreciate that sentiment there, but they said I'm a YouTuber. I get everything sent to me from Hasbro directly. I said, man, I wish. It would save me $60 in that Ghost Viper. But I did find that. You'll see that in a toy hunt video in the future here on the channel. But quite the shocking day. So be on the lookout for your Walmarts. I think this stuff's shipping a little bit early, like everything else Hasbro going on right now. So check out that when the time comes. Check out social media, all that kind of stuff. And check out my Patreon, your best way to support the channel. You guys know that by now. This month's giveaway for October, it is the spooky season. No better than a masked man, a Supreme Sting. That's what we're going to give away over on the Patreon this month. So check out the Patreon, of course. But we're not done with Patreon giveaways. We got Nosferatu, Ben Cooper Kid. We got Frankenberry. And we got the Ultimate Gremlin. We got 3 Halloween type things, I guess we'll call it, type figures. And one winner will win all 3 of these. All you got to do is be a Patreon member. You can be a free member of the Patreon, link in the description below, or you can be a paid member. Doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do, you can be a member of the Patreon. Just got to sign up for it, and you can be in for the giveaway. I'll give one of these away at the beginning of November after the month is over. So if you want to get a free giveaway, there you go. Got a couple of items right there that'll be given away for free. All you got to do is sign up for the Patreon. Link in the description down below. But that's the housekeeping out of the way. Let's dive into it. Let's start with some G.I. Joe. You know me. I'm just a Joe fan at the end of the day. And we got some announcements this week from Hasbro about G.I. Joes. They did something very similar in the lead up to San Diego Comic-Con. I got to be honest, I don't like it. I don't like it, Todd McFarlane. Give us the surprise at the Comic-Con. Don't give it to us early. And that's what they're doing here. Because this week, they finally officially announced Lifeline. One of them no good pacifists. What are we doing here? Flint and the boys need your help, and Lifeline, grab a gun, do something. Now, it's always controversial because his original figure came with a gun back in the day. So is he a pacifist or not? To me, he was, because he was like that in the cartoon to an annoying amount. I don't know why the Joe team kept him around. He should have just been like the school nurse or something, hanging back at the pit, and that's where he should have just stayed. But Lifeline is a must-have figure. I couldn't believe Flint. That's why, once again, I'm not necessarily a true leader like our boy Flint. Flint, a true leader, he said, you know, Lifeline, guys, I know he's a big dork. Look at him. He's a dork. I understand it. He's a big nerd. Yeah, but we need somebody to fix us up. And, you know, this guy's down on his luck. Nobody likes him. Flint trying to help out, trying to... at the end of the day, Flint's about inclusion. It's all about inclusion is what it's about. And he was including him in and let him put on the stripes. We were against it, of course, me and many others out there. But Flint... true leader. We got to listen to our leaders every once in a while. And he let Lifeline in. And you know there's going to be a Tiger Force Lifeline in the future. We'll cross that bridge when it does come. We also saw Hit and Run, another Tiger Force member. I'm seeing a theme here. But we do got Hit and Run there, a classic G.I. Joe character back in the day. In the action figures, He was never in the cartoon, unless, was he in the Deke years? Of course, Todd, you hunting for the Deke still? Not currently? Oh, okay, you've seen them all then, I see. But of course, the Deke years, Hit and Run might have been in there somewhere. It always gets fuzzy in the Deke years. I'm like, a lot of you are probably hunting for the Deke. Not me. I'm not hunting for any Deke. My wife occasionally, Todd occasionally is hunting for the Deke. I'm not hunting for it. That's just me. But Hit and Run coming there. Wouldn't be shocked to see more repaints, including Tiger Force for him. And we also saw Mole Rat number 2. Yes, number 2 coming. Some new heads. Got to get the most out of your molds. We got that coming. And I would not be shocked to see more G.I. Joe announcements next week as we line up to, of course, New York Comic-Con. But it feels like we're going to find all this info out before it even hits. And then we do know Hasbro will be doing streams from New York Comic-Con. So we'll have to stay tuned to all of that kind of stuff. You know me, I'm here for all the Joe stuff. I'm also here for all the He-Man stuff from Mattel. We did see some Walmart Collector Con, of course, next week. A lot of stuff's going up for pre-order. Get your wallets ready, as we always say. But we did see some 2000X He-Man stuff. Looks like they're going to have on Walmart Con next week. We saw Triclops. We saw He-Man. Of course, you got to have He-Man in the first series. And then he got his winged friend Stratos. Don't call him Sean Connery, but it is Stratos there. And we do got a deluxe one. That's the theme of all these different Origin, Masters Universe, Thundercat style figures, of course, from Mattel. Samurai He-Man, a nod to the past of the 2000X toy line once upon a time that, of course, Jeremy Padawer was involved in. You remember that, Todd? You and Jeremy don't talk? Oh, we'll have to bridge that friendship. Hopefully I can get you guys back together. That'd be great to see. But of course, can we get Disco Skeletor in the future? I would not be shocked to see that as a deluxe. We'll stay tuned in the future for that. But 2000X coming strong starting next week. We saw him at San Diego Comic-Con. Saw him again right here. Moving over to Mondo. Mondo this week officially up for order. It is Ray Stans and Ghost. We know how they do it with these Mondo Ghostbuster figures. You can buy Ray and the Ghost, or you can buy Ray separately. Now, I bought Peter Venkman under protest, but I did buy it. Caught me at a weak moment at our friends Jay's Toys and Games. I did pick that up. Now I feel like I'll probably do the same thing with just Ray. As much as I want to get these Ghosts, it's too expensive. It's too expensive. But I'll probably end up picking Ray. Play a little of that long game. You guys know how it goes. Save 15% at Jay's like I did with Peter Venkman. You gotta win somewhere. You need some W's under the belt, and that's how you get them. But these do look very, very cool, but they are very pricey, especially with the taxes and the tariffs, Todd McFarlane. The tariffs, they're out of control, as we know. But we do got those going on. Ray Stans if you need him, as they start to build out the rest of the Ghostbusters line. We also saw a little Marvel Legends, pretty quiet for the most part, Marvel Legends. They did officially announce fan channel exclusive Champion Star Fox 2-pack. I believe originally it was supposed to kind of go everywhere, but it is fan channel only, which means Amazon for most people, GameStop, DJC Collectibles, Jay's Toys and Games, Entertainment Earth, everybody but Walmart, Target basically is what that does mean. But we got those around the corner. And then NECA, not messing around, already starting some announcements for New York Comic-Con. But this week, they did officially announce a Walmart exclusive Art the Clown, of course, from Terrifier. I just actually saw Terrifier 3 for the first time the other day. I'd seen the first two. I don't know why I never got around to Terrifier 3. And it honestly didn't knock my socks off. I'm glad I watched it. I don't think I would watch it again. It was what it was. It wasn't that great. So Terrifier, there it is. There it is. But Terrifier Bloody version is a Walmart exclusive. What's going on at Walmart these days? Lately, I've seen all these parental advisory stickers on records and CDs. They used to be so anti that. And then, of course, now bloody figures, violent figures, figures with weapons. Guess what happened to Walmart? It became about the money like everybody else. They put their feelings and their beliefs to the side and said, if I can make $1 off that guy, that gal, that guy, and that dog, I'm going to make it. And that's what they're doing. And we got that Terrifier Art the Clown around the corner as well. So we'll have a regular version that's available everywhere and apparently a bloody Walmart exclusive. Wouldn't be shocked for one of those 4-foot sets for Halloween season with some of that stuff in there. So be on the lookout for that in your toy hunts. A lot going on at Walmart. As I talked about that G.I. Joe Ghost Viper I found, a lot of new stuff. X-Men 97, new Star Wars, new WWE Superstars, Scott Steiner Ultimate Edition. A lot of stuff hitting Walmarts right now, so be ready for all that kind of stuff. We also saw from NECA, New York Comic-Con exclusive Train Track Shredder, another episode-specific deep cut shredder. I vaguely remember this, but I couldn't tell you anything about it. But an interesting looking one, not for everybody, but a perfect exclusive for New York Comic-Con. And all those New York Comic-Con exclusives will be available on their website here in the next couple of weeks, so be on the lookout for that. We also saw official announcement of the Vacation Turtles 2-packs, 2 separate 2-packs of the Turtles. Man, oh man, we say it all the time. I'm going to say it again. Got to get the most out of your molds. That's what they're doing here. Surf's Up Turtles Reimagined from San Diego Comic-Con. If you missed out on that San Diego Comic-Con pack, you don't feel so bad as you can get these two here. Now, it doesn't come with the surfboards, but you get a lot of the bells and whistles and a lot of the same feel, I feel like, there. So we got 4 more turtles coming in their nice floral shirts, looking very good. One that I really like, once again, a deep cut specific episode. It is Grandma Bebop and Baby Rocksteady. Oh, they weren't fooling anybody, were they? But we do got those 2 coming to the Turtles line. Have to imagine those 2 are going to be out. Well, they're already hitting Illinois, I saw online. So not too far from me. I might be able to pick these up this week. We'll see what ends up happening there. But could be part of the Target Collectors Con, maybe the end caps, if not just your regular NECA set. But be on the lookout for those. And last but not least for NECA this week, we did see Walmart exclusive once again, the original Turtles from the movie, the Turtle movie, of course, from 1990. Absolutely wild how many times they've re-released these figures. It's almost like Playmates with the original Turtles, releasing them all the time, over and over and over. I get it, though. I said it. It should be the theme of this episode, Todd McFarlane. You got to get the most out of your molds. That's what you got to do. And that's exactly what they're doing here. NECA, no different than anybody else. They're doing that kind of stuff. And we continue on. We're zipping through. We're zipping through. Jakks DC crossover figures this week. Now, we saw these a while back with Darkseid, but now we're seeing a little bit more here with Series 2. This is Jakks Sonic the Hedgehog DC crossover figures. We saw Shadow and Batman, Superman and Knuckles, Cyborg and Tails. Now, I played Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 when I was a little kid. My daughter Emma absolutely loves Sonic, so I know this Shadow, I know this Tails, I know this Knuckles. I've seen these movies at the theater, all kinds of stuff. So it's too bad my daughter is a little older. If this was a couple of years ago, this would have been perfect 2-pack for us. I would have gave her the Sonic figure. I would have taken the DC figure. Now I'm stuck with both of them, and I don't know if I necessarily need these Sonic figures. Maybe she'll want them for old time's sake, but I'll have to see these in person. But these almost look like DC figures you could mix in with your Marvel Legends. You can have your own amalgam. Amalgam? You remember that comic series back in the 90s? Sweeping comic shops back in the 90s when I was collecting. But very cool looking figures. And if I can mix those up and they look like they belong with Marvel Legends, I'm going to pick up this line. I think it'd be kind of cool to have a little crossover in the shelves. Now, I'd love to do Todd McFarlane your stuff, but we all know wacky sizing doesn't match up with the Legends. But an interesting take here. Very interested to see where this goes. And another thing, putting the business hat on, look at the DC license here, where this is going and what this is doing. Could this affect Todd McFarlane and McFarlane Toys? Because Todd, of course, rhymes with God, as we all do know. Has said, hey, this isn't over. There's still working going on. There's things with scaling and sizing. I fully expect, I've said it before, I think we're going to continue on with DC statues, Marvel statues. I think we'll see those in the future. I wouldn't be shocked to see Batman 66 style figures, Super Friend style figures continue on. But maybe there's hope for another McFarlane line. Maybe Mattel says, hey, we're going to do more of the Marvel Legends style figures, and Todd will get to keep his figures. Now, I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe, though, it could flip the other way. They take the Masterverse style at Mattel. That's what I would love to see. They make those DC figures that way, and maybe Todd makes figures more Marvel Legends style for DC. Because at the end of the day, we say it all the time, you got to follow the money. You got to follow the money. And that's what my good friend, my good lawyer, Zach Wild, always tells me.
Hi, I'm attorney at law, Zach Wild, and I'm here to fight for you.
And my lawyer, Zach Wild, a lot like Jesse Ventura, always right as well. So interested to see where that comes with the Sonic crossover. I am here for that. But now I'm here for Todd McFarlane on the couch. We got a lot of Todd McFarlane stuff to talk about. A lot of stuff at Walmart Collectors Con. A lot of stuff hitting Target right now. I just saw with my own 2 eyes Mr. Miracle and Sandman on the shelf at one of my local Targets. Now, I got those months ago from DJC Collectibles, but they're starting to hit Target stores right now. So if you're after them, better get in there. But the biggest news to me personally, and this was the first news we got from McFarlane this week, it looks like some leaked images have come out. We're making a Batman 66 Batmobile. Man, oh man, but we're talking full scale to go with that Adam West figure we got a year ago or so. Now, once again, I wouldn't be shocked to see that Adam West come back out to be released everywhere. Would not be shocked to see a Robin as well get released to come with this one. How cool will this be? I was out on all these Batmobiles. I haven't been buying all these Batman Forever stuff. I think I still have one to unbox. We'll get around to it one day. But man, I'll buy this one. I loved Batman 66. I've told the story before. As a kid growing up in the 80s and 90s, reruns were on all the time. That and Super Friends, that's where I first was introduced to Batman for the most part. So I'll be picking that one up. Going to be very cool in my collection. Can't wait to see that. But then Walmart Con, we got a lot of stuff shown off to us here. Jokerized figures, not just for Target anymore, coming over to Walmart. We got Superman, and this Superman is a nice reuse here, of course. Got to get the most out of your molds, the theme of this episode. I also like that collector's edition Superman with the chains around him. We got that added to this. So it's another way to get those back out there. That looks good. I will pick up that Jokerized Superman. We also saw Nightmare Edition Superman. Now, I thought that was just like something Batman related, but apparently it must be a theme somewhere. I don't know if it's in Todd's head or comic books or where it is, but we do got that one coming. A very cool one as well, Green Lantern. I'm always here for a lantern, but it's the Twilight Comics Edition. Of course, those comic backing figures. We've seen those a few times, most recently at San Diego Comic-Con, so that fits there. It almost looks like he got slimed back in the days at Nickelodeon or something, but Green Lantern Twilight Edition coming. We got Bane. We got to get the most out of our molds. Have you heard that today, Tom McFarlane? We got a glow-in-the-dark version, so that'll be interesting to see. You know me, I'm a sucker for glow-in-the-dark. However, Bane's such a big figure. Do I need like 4 of these in my collection? There's always so much room. There's always so much room, Todd. Maybe I'll keep it at your house is what I'll have to do. But we got that one coming. We saw Guardian. We've seen Red Tornado. We've seen the animated Man-Bat. I think that was at Best Buy for a while. So we've seen some of these other ones, but they're going to be out there at Walmarts and Targets and other places. One thing to look at, and we're already seeing it, is we're going to see more and more, I feel, in 2026 of 30, 60, 90-day exclusive windows for retailers. It's another tool in the Hasbro, McFarlane, whoever's arsenal to sell. Hey, Walmart, if you buy this and you do this, guess what? I'll give you a 90-day no compete. Nobody else will be able to have this. I think we're going to see more and more of that. It happens in grocery all the time. We're going to see it more and more in action figures, and we've already been seeing it over the last year. But I fully expect that to ramp up in 2026. So we'll be on the lookout for that. And I guess last but not least, be on the lookout for your Targets this weekend. Of course, the big reset. Now, some of your stores like mine, if you checked out my toy hunt video on Friday, my one Target by me did all the reset already. So I got all the goodies. I got all the goodies except the Chase Diesel. I'm still after that one. But a lot of that stuff was out there. But be on the lookout starting Sunday. Now, just because the reset starts Sunday doesn't mean it gets done. I think they have about a week or 2 weeks to get the reset done. But sometime over the next, 8 to 10 days, I'd be on the lookout at your Target store. That whole new Batman Returns wave is going to be out there at Targets. I'm very excited about those. Definitely need those in my collection. We also saw Rainbow Pride Batman, an interesting take, and Pink Batman. So I'm getting all the colors of the Batman rainbow. You know how I go. I'm going to get all that done in my collection and say, all right, I got all these color of Batman here. It'll look great. It'll look great. Trust me. Trust me. And trust me, that's it. That's the toy news. 2 episodes of the toy news this week. Hopefully you enjoyed both of them. What are you interested in? What are you hoping to score? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell. Got 2 YouTube channels with content every single day. Check out the Patreon. Got a free giveaway. You can be a free member, a paid member. Doesn't matter. You're in for the giveaway if you're a part of the Patreon. And we got the normal Patreon giveaway. 2 giveaways this month. Check it out if you have not already. Sir Paul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and the Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com. Conveniently enough, the name of my podcast each and every Tuesday, The Kyle Peterson Show. Join my wife, Angie, and me, and check out The Kyle Peterson Show. So for another week of toy news, you know what I'm doing? I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling my way into another weekend.
Well, are we going to dance or are we going to play?